Have you ever worked on a hard puzzle? 1,000 pieces, 5,000 pieces maybe? How long did it take you to put it together? Maybe a week or 2 weeks. But what about changing the time to 30 minutes or an hour? A lot of people like and enjoy putting puzzles together, but under pressure, I think it will become a nightmare, or you will probably give up. And I think teacher paperwork could be very similar to a situation like that. You can either be prepared and organized with time, or you can be under pressure and feeling like giving up. Today I'm going to give you some tips of how you can prepare from the beginning of the year so that your journey can be a little bit more relaxing and enjoyable. First of all, you're going to need 3 binders and two folders for your personal information. One binder you can assign only for parent and student information, contact information, where you can include contact information, of course, emergency information, important information that you would like to share in conferences about special services, or maybe upcoming events or reading levels. You can make sure to put them in there. You can also have conference sheets, and also include a divider or a space for every student in the binder, where you can file all your parent conferences sheets, or even important copies of information or documents that will come along the year. And this would also help you keep track of how many conferences you have had with each student, or with the parent of each student, and which one need more attention. Another binder, or the second binder, you can use for your in-service and professional development documentation, like certificates and articles. You're going to be getting a lot of this, so it's a good idea to keep them in one place for future reference, and also for your hours of development. Another very important one is going to be a binder for your PDAS information. You will receive information from your district and your school about these guidelines. Also, throughout the year, you will be asked to fill out surveys and self-observations and self-evaluations that you need to be putting on file, as well as your classroom information from your principal and their comments. It's a good idea to put them all there, not just for your first year, but throughout your career. Your folders, you want to assign one for substitute information, and here you can include information like basic procedures in your classroom, your schedule, your plan for the day, your activities. Make sure to have one assigned for that, so that you can be putting all these things in there. You can find also a sample of the lesson plan in the page, so you can see it and use for in the future. And the second folder you can use for the end of the year. This is a very important folder. It's going to help you to feel a lot more organized at the end of the year. At the end of the year, you need to keep record of copies of student performance, of letters of placement and retention, A lot of people will be asking you for these information, so it's a very good idea to keep everything in one folder for the end of the year. Another important aspect of your job in organizing paperwork as a teacher is going to be also student work. And for this, there's several ways to do it. First, you can start the year by training your students to put away their work in a hanging file box. You can also have one box for boys and another box for girls with a hanging folder file with their name as well, and you can train them to put their completed work every day here, and they're pretty good at that, and they can help you to organize. Another way that or something else you can implement in your class is having a binder for each student. In this binder you can keep their practice sheets that you want them to take home and homework. You can also use it as a communication, an ongoing communication with the parents. This binder can be taken from school to home every day, so that also parents know what's going on in the classroom. And the final area I want to talk about is keeping record of assessment is a very, very important also part of your organization. You are going to decide what kind of work is going to be saved as work, student work, and what kind of work you're going to have specifically for grades. And I recommend that you put them apart, because especially grades are going to be important for parents to see, as well as the administration will ask for proof of student performance and progress. So what you can do is have a manila folder for each student, having instructions for parents. You're going to be sending this home with all the graded papers of the students. You can do this every other week or every 6 weeks or 9 weeks, so that parents can also keep track of their child's progress, and this helps them know if they need support or they or in what area they must focus. As you go in throughout the year, you can have another box where you can file all their grades throughout the year, having another hanging folder for each student, as well as four folders. You can label them 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these are for every 9 weeks, or depending how your district divides the year. My district divides 4 periods of 9 weeks, so you're going to have your grades for every period. So when you are called for an ARD or a meeting, you can just pull out your folder corresponding to the period you are in. You're in the first period, for example, and you can take all your grades together. You won't be having to do a scavenger hunt for your grades. And finally, also there's ways of, for example, keeping track of testing in one booklet. For example, spelling tests. You can have a booklet for every student, and you can have students complete their tests every week and have them all here throughout the year. So you can have them all in one place, and it's a nice thing also to take home at the end of the year. Just remember that keeping files of your student your students is a very important job for you as a teacher, as a new teacher. You will be held accountable for these records and these documentation. So really, the way you organize yourself is up to you. Do it the best way it fits you. But remember to start early. I hope these tips help you to get prepared from the beginning, and you can start a system of organization that will make your journey a lot easier. And the earlier you begin, the less headaches you're going to